Hello everybody, Frankie here from Vibrant Center for Voice and Movement. And if you've been following along for a while, I haven't cut my hair since the end of December 2019. It's a great way to save money. And then of course there was a phase where I wasn't really going to go out and certainly not go to any places I didn't have to. So I had a shower a little while ago because I was needing to warm up and a little bit stinky from my training session. So my hair is wet, but I thought it would be kind of funny to point it out because I have videos where my hair is still shorter and then videos where I'm sporting the smallest ponytail you've ever seen. And now it's starting to sort of become more normal in length from what I've been used to for a while. So that's where we're just going to start there. Today, and my lighting is a little off too because I moved my soft boxes around and took them down to Robert Mellor's studio in Atlanta to shoot a video performance of a dance piece that I've been working on with Leo Briggs. Shout out to Leo, who is amazing, an incredible dancer and collaborator. So I will probably be sharing information about that when it goes live on the Atlanta Dance Atlanta website. Now I'm noticing, so for the last few days my voice has been a little bit fatigued sounding, and that's probably because I've been rehearsing and shooting this mostly dance piece with a little bit of voice. And I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to do a video about the importance of warming up and the idea of, say, before you go on, either you could be doing a Zoom call back, or meeting. I have a couple of clients who are now doing a lot of those and getting ready to start shooting new projects, or before your audition tapes. And it's really important to have a practice, have a little bit of a routine, and those can be your anchors and your go-tos. I'm also a little bit anti being so connected to routine that you do that and it doesn't serve you anymore, or it becomes a ritual. So have something in place though, so that you are building your muscles and you are not making unnecessary effort. And that is so important. I'm hearing from a lot of people who are working at home, who are working on the phones and working on Zoom, of a lot of vocal fatigue showing up. And as actors, if we're not taking care of our voices, we're leaving out a massive component of the skill set that supports our artistry. I heard a great story by another actor who was in a television show I won't name, but was in this show for 2 seasons, I think. And he was talking about doing some scenes with the main actor, and they were having a really good time. They had to do things like howl and make lots of sound. And the main actor kind of knew, I'm gonna have a day off tomorrow. So he would just blow out his voice, and he didn't have really good technique. That could be great to a point. But it's also important to remember that vocal folds don't have nerve endings to tell you that there's pain there. And so when you get to a point of experiencing pain or weakness, and you develop something, say like a polyp, for example, or a vocal fold that isn't quite reacting the way that it should, that then you need support of some professionals. And it's ideal not to have to get there. Special shout out to anyone who's doing voice acting, particularly for like video games and things. That's really big in this industry now, and a lot of people will do yelling and fight noises or reaction noises and things, and are not doing good warm-up, cool down, and support for their voices. In fact, I'm going to take a drink, but I can hear some fatigue in my voice, and that's definitely a sign of the lack of sleep that I've been getting, and the amount of sort of throwing myself at the wall this week. And that's okay. I'm going to teach a class, so I'm going to treat this video as an opportunity to do some warm-up. I'm going to teach a short class, and then I'm going to go on vocal rest for most of tomorrow, which is really important to do sometimes in our practice. So, drinking some water. Great. The big focus of today is the minimal effort. So I can feel that my tongue is kind of hunched up in the back of my mouth a bit. There's some tension there. And I'm wondering if my throat is a little bit, it's not as relaxed as it could be. We have the epiglottis vocal folds and then the false vocal folds on top, because if we swallow liquids or food down the wrong way into the lungs, we would die. So the body is very protective of that part of our larynx, of our pipe. However, sometimes there can be tension in there, especially when we're nervous or stressed or not sleeping. So to begin with, I want you just to notice your breath. And shrug your shoulders up and let your shoulders drop. And take a moment just to connect to the room where you are, taking your eyes off the camera. Letting your head turn, noticing what you see. And I would like you, instead of worrying about anything you can see that doesn't bring you pleasure, maybe you can notice something, that brings you a bit of joy, brings you a bit of pleasure. And is it possible to surrender? This has been a game changer for me, and it's very hard to describe. And it comes with a lot of other work behind it. I mean, everything that I offer in these videos, there's so much more work behind it. It's not just okay, that's the secret, and I just do that. So don't think of this as a shortcut. But I personally do my best work when I have a moment of kind of giving up and I soften. And that means that I might not live up to my expectations. It also often means that I'll make a discovery that I hadn't expected before. And then I'll notice that my breath shifts. So there isn't a right way to teach this. Okay. And I could fail right now, and that's exciting and beautiful. And then now I'm authentically connecting to what I'm saying, and then that means that this is shifted. And bring your own awareness now to this amazing part of your body, the throat, feeling all the way up into the mouth, just by sensing into your own body. For some people, this can be harder than others. You can work with an image or sensation. So if this feels very disconnected for you, why not breathe in through your mouth and feel the sensation of the air and that travel, that journey that it takes. And now I'm going to get you to actually plug your ears, and I want you to hear your breath. And then let that go. So that's step one. We've done a little bit of setup. This is the first part, the first skill in the warm-up, the first exercise, is just to plug your ears and feel and hear your own breathing. And you might hear some other noises. Oh, and I can already feel a shift. Oh, this is neat. Okay, so I'm going to pause and just notice what feels the same and what feels different. And there might be some soft, fluffy sound after that. No effort, no pushing. Just some authentic sound of this experience that I'm having in my own body and I'm giving sound to. The next one is a yawn. And even the word yawn can make people want to yawn. And I'm going to suggest, to the best of your ability, can you let your tongue move out of your mouth when you yawn? This is what Phil Thompson and Dudley Knight call the professional yawn from Knight Thompson's speech work. And then pause and notice. Oh, wow, big shift for me. All of that bunching I was talking about has shifted, and I feel the desire for another one. I'm going to include a stretch. I can feel that my tongue is more forward. And a lot of my clients now, because I teach out of Atlanta, I'll have clients who have Southern accents, and we'll often have a talk about accent modification. And usually, unless an actor is preparing for a specific dialect, most of what we'll work on is just building awareness, building strength and release, and thinking about shifting the voice forward a little bit. And that will increase comprehension, so that a listener who maybe isn't used to hearing Southern sounds will be able to follow and hear with the clarity of this person's voice. Whether they're an actor or they work in the service industry, they work on the phone, all of the myriad of clients that I see, often it's not a question of eradicating a person's personal accent. It's about clarity. And sometimes sometimes when we get nervous or we have 65 thoughts, the voice starts to go back in the mouth. So I'm gonna do one more yawn and stick my tongue out. And so that is the second exercise I'm going to give you, is the professional yawn. I can hear a shift. I could do a couple of those, I think. And then the last one is super fun. And I suggest that you use this for interviews, like job interviews, audition tapes, callbacks, is have a secret in the back of your mouth, or like a little secret smile. And I don't know if you can feel that. I feel this shift in my presence. So I've connected to myself authentically. I've started to warm up my voice just a little bit, just simply even by using it, and by working on releasing the tongue and bringing the tongue forward. And then I have this little secret in the back of my mouth. And I can feel my whole body, and I feel this little secret, and I know what it is. And I don't have to tell you. And you're going to find your own. So those are your 3 for this week, and I would love for you to practice them and let me know how they go. What discoveries do you make in your own body? Covering your ears and listening to your own breath. Following that perhaps with a check-in and a little bit of fluffy sound. Professional yawn. And then when you do move to speak, moving into having a little secret. Okay, so on that note, have a wonderful week, everybody. I'm going to be enjoying catching up on a little bit of sleep, water. Oh, what am I saying? I'm going to be editing this dance film together and catching up on this endless to-do list. Hopefully the weather will stay good, and I'm looking forward to going out for some bike riding on the weekend. And you do something to move your body and to move your soul over the next few days. Let me know how you go with this. Let me know what other videos you would like me to do, and I'll do some videos of varying lengths. Some will be really short and some will be longer. I've got a couple of books I'm dying to tell you about. And have a wonderful weekend, all of you. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And I'll see you all again soon.